And this is shout out to Steve Mold. If you don't know what to do with that spare beaded chain, probably want to watch my next video. Hey guys, today Aqara is releasing a new device which is, well, behind me on the wall. Oh, here on the table I have 3 of them for a very important reason, but more on that later. We're talking about the driver for roller blinds, the verticals and other devices that use one of these beaded chain or chain links to be driven. Now, I've reviewed a couple of those devices in here. There is a Banshee one, screaming like a Banshee, which is currently mounted downstairs and operating big verticals. You can click through and watch that video. And I recently replaced the semi-smart one, which was a battery operated, with Aqara one for 2 reasons. First, it is much quieter, and second, it uses Zigbee 3.0. So today we're going to talk about this little device, and I'll suggest to you that you should really jump on automating your windows. Why? Because after automating your lights, probably automating whatever is covering your window is the second most important or most flashy way to automate your home, because after all, you're still automating sunlight. So Aqara released that E1 roller shade driver, and it's much smaller, and currently it's available in your local Amazon. Well, it's nice of them because up to now those devices were available through Xiaomi ecosystem, but Aqara is continuously bringing new devices to Western markets, and they are Zigbee powered, so I'm super happy. Now, I already talked about different products from Aqara which use Zigbee 3.0, including one of these hubs that I'm using right now and sensors. I'm going to link them in here so you could take a look at the entire Aqara Zigbee ecosystem and make up your mind. But like I said, we're going to focus on this particular device. It's much smaller than other chain link drivers that I've been using, which is also a benefit, but it's also one of the quietest ones. It's not particularly fast. It moves the curtain around 1 meter per 18 seconds, but it gets the job done. And the battery is advertised to last up to 2 months if you have a curtain which is 1.9 meter by 1.9 meter. Obviously, your mileage might vary because it will depend on how many times you're going to operate the curtains and how big is the curtain and how long it takes to move it. The device, it's relatively simple. It has 2 buttons to operate the blinds manually if you want to do so, and at the bottom you have a reset button and the range checking button. It's nice to actually see USB Type-C for charging. Up until now, all the devices I've been using didn't have that, which means I would have to use some weird charging method to supply the electricity via proprietary jack. Now, thanks to USB Type-C, if I run out of juice, I can simply connect a portable battery, leave it overnight, and it's no hassle, even though the device itself can be easily removed from the wall. Speaking about installation, it only takes a couple of moments to do it. You can either opt out for the 3M sticker and attach the bracket via sticker itself, or you can use the screws provided. I went for the screws, and there is one thing that I didn't like that much. You have to be quite careful with positioning this. Unlike semi-smart one, this Aqara driver doesn't let you adjust its position. And I've made that mistake in the past when my screws were slightly too low and I had to use the adjustment system to keep the chain tensioned properly. And I know you only have to do it just once, but do take your time and the result's going to be just fine. Another kind of weird thing at first, but totally makes sense later, is the fact that you actually have to remove the cover and break off the parts that are obscuring the chain. Now, at first I thought, like, what a weird concept. I mean, like, why would you even want to do that? But then I realized that you can actually mount this device in different orientations. So you could have it vertical or you can mount it horizontally, and those tabs are there to kind of provide you with options, and options are always nice. So I don't hate it, and the tabs break off quite easily. Now, pairing is simple. It takes only a couple of seconds to actually add it to a hub and then set it up. You'll be asked to set upper and lower limits, and then you can start operating the device. If you looked at the Aqara app before, you know it's very much Zen-alike, very clean, interface without unnecessary features, and it's no different with this. Although I was genuinely surprised that they've added 4 different interfaces to showcase different types of windows that you might have around the house. Just very handy. One of the things that is actually missing is the smart small toggle on the card itself. I wish they would add it so you could quickly open and close window without actually going into the app. Once you get into the curtain menu, you get the slider in which you can choose a percentage value of your window being open, and in case of verticals or different blinds, you can even direct them. Instead of opening and closing it, you can choose to move the angles of the individual blades, and that is reflected in the app, which is very handy, especially if you have multiple of those devices to direct your blinds. This device just been launched and I'm on European servers. Now, Google support is already supported with voice commands, however there is no designated panel for the curtains itself. We'll have to wait for that a little bit longer, and the same goes for Alexa. Now, Alexa isn't supported just now, but I've been told by Aqara support that the support for this particular device is going to launch within 24 hours, so soon you should have it available via Alexa too. But for what I've tested so far prior to the launch, I had no problems using the app, and Google voice activation works perfectly and it's quite fast. Close window. Device will cost you just under £60 on UK's Amazon. Your local price may vary. Now, it's nice to have those devices via Amazon so you can order them without waiting for similar devices arriving from China, and should there be any problem, you are basically subject to Amazon terms and conditions and refund policies, which is always nice because it can quickly resolve any problems. And as you can see, I've requested 3 devices to be sent to me for one reason. Alongside this beaded chain, I have plans to actually automate conservatory blinds, something that would cost me around £2,000 to actually get professional solution deployed for the blinds. Very expensive, and if I'm lucky, I'll save up a lot of money by using just those 3 devices and a little bit of 3D printing. So if you want to see that, that's going to be on my channel very soon, so make sure you're not going to miss it. But let's pause in here. This is a really nice sunset. So if you're going to automate blinds or verticals like this, choosing a Zigbee based device, it's actually a good choice for more than one reason. First of all, obviously it just works and you don't have to fuss about with extra wires delivering power because it's wireless, etc. But what other enthusiasts will absolutely love is the fact that you will be able to hook them up to a custom Zigbee coordinator, and this is something I'm going to look into very soon as well. So if you're interested in that part, well, just give me a little bit of time and I'll get that tutorial rolling. So thanks to Aqara for sending me the units early so I could have a quick look at them before they get released. And if you're interested in the project I'm going to use in my conservatory and save myself a lot of money, then stay tuned. I do not have a posting schedule, so you know how YouTube works. Not going to explain you that, but I have a bunch of social media on which I share various stages of my projects, so you probably don't want to miss on that. Pick the one that is most relevant to you and follow me there. So, I guess I'm going to say thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye. Oh, I've changed the servers. Oh, bollocks. So that's going to be quick repairing now. Server, region, Europe, yeah, switch and confirm, sign in, agree, sign in, accessory.
Network reset successfully. Connecting. Please wait.
Thank you. She's very excited. On the remote control, I want to add a new device, which is this one.
Please add accessory.
At least you can repair it within like 5 seconds.